How do demographics influence a radio host's audience? Imagine tuning into a radio station and feeling like the host is speaking directly to you. That connection often depends on understanding who the listeners are. Demographics play a big role in shaping a radio host's audience. They include factors like age, gender, income, education, and where people live. Each of these influences what kind of content will attract and keep listeners coming back. Age is one of the most important factors. Younger audiences, like teenagers and people in their early 20s, tend to enjoy music shows and discovering new artists. They also listen for local news and community updates. Surprisingly, even though many young people use digital platforms, over half of Generation Z still listen to traditional AM and FM radio daily. On the other hand, millennials who are in their mid-20s to mid-30s often mix radio with podcasts and online streaming. They prefer a variety of content, from talk shows to entertainment updates. Older adults, especially those over 50, usually focus on news, talk shows, and cultural programs. Knowing this helps a radio host decide whether to focus on music, news, or lifestyle topics. Gender also influences what listeners want. Men might listen more to sports, financial advice, or technology discussions. Women may prefer shows about community issues, health, or lifestyle topics. When a host understands these preferences, they can adjust their tone and topics to better connect with their audience. Where people live makes a difference too. Urban listeners often enjoy international music, entertainment news, and tech talk. Rural audiences might prefer local music, farming news, or community stories. A host working in a city might include more diverse content, while a host in a small town might focus on local events and issues. Income and education levels also matter. Higher income or college-educated listeners may look for in-depth analysis or specialized topics. They might enjoy more complex discussions. Meanwhile, a broader audience might prefer straightforward, easy-to-understand content. This helps a radio host decide how detailed or simple their programming should be. For someone pursuing a career as a radio host, understanding these demographic influences is key. It guides what kind of content to create, how to speak, and when to schedule shows. Radio hosts often look at audience data and research to see who is listening. This helps them stay relevant and competitive. Tailoring shows to fit the audience's age, gender, location, and income makes it easier to grow a loyal listenership. It also attracts advertisers who want to reach specific groups, which is important for the station's revenue and the host's career growth. In practical terms, a radio host might change their music playlist to match the age group they want to attract. They could include segments that appeal to specific genders or local interests. Using audience data, they can pick the best times to air popular shows. Engaging with listeners through social media or community events also helps build a stronger connection. All these steps are based on understanding who the audience is and what they want. Overall, demographics shape how a radio host connects with their listeners. They influence the content, style, and timing of shows. Knowing your audience helps a host create programs that keep people listening and coming back for more.